I'll be right back. I have to share my live. I'll be right back. I'll be right back. I have to share my live. Okay. I am done sharing the live. I shared it to like 3 groups. Hey, everybody. Long day today. I'm just now pulling myself together. Long day today. I'm probably going to eat this and talk to y'all for a little while and go to sleep. I got to be up in the morning. Y'all like my tulips I bought from my landlord? I'm going to give them to him in the morning. I'm going to give them to them in the morning. Oh boy. This was a salad in a bag. We're going to talk about Marvin Sapp in just a few minutes. If you're coming into the live, please hit the like button. I'll be done with the salad in a minute. But I see I'm going to have to get me some higher chairs. This chair is too low. So I'm probably going to get me some chairs to come up to about, just a little bit higher, because these are a little bit too low. This is my chair anyway for my YouTube channel. This is not for what I'm doing now. So they got some, I don't want nothing too tall, but I don't know, we'll figure it out. Please hit the thumbs up if you can. They'll actually attract more people to come to the show. If you are a hater, you won't hit the thumbs up. If you're not a hater, please hit the thumbs up. It does help the show. And I've also shared my live with 3 other platforms. So, as soon as I finish this, I put some chicken in here. I gotta go buy me some more. Did I buy some? I don't know if I bought me some more dressing or not. I bought these, but they kind of messed up. Might well throw those away. I had some damn chicken in here. What happened to it? I guess I ate it all. We're still waiting on more people to come into the live. If you're not watching me on your TV, thumbs up. That was an Amber Alert. The more people that hit the live button, the more people will respond to this video. Again, please hit the thumbs up. If you are a hater, you're not going to hit it. But if you love me, you love my show, my content, hit the like button. YouTube shows me, not just me, but anybody who has a channel, they show you how many people watch you on the TV, the computer, well, your computer, your desktop, your phone, or your TV. And the majority of the people watching me are on their phones. YouTube shows me that. YouTube also shows me who's following me, men or women. It's mostly women, but it's catching up. The men are catching up, which I thought was strange. Hey, Loretta. If we get 19 people to hit the thumbs up, I will start talking about Marvin Sapp. But until then, I'm just going to sit here and eat. I ain't got enough time. Let's get the thumbs up. Let's get the thumbs up. Ooh, I'm just wasting something on me. Hello there. Hey, everybody. Hey. I want to remind everybody while we're waiting on the thumbs up or the like button, we are still doing the cruise. I didn't make anything. I'm just eating this salad. The cruise is still going. Okay, good. We got 10. We need 10 more likes. We had 10. Somebody either unliked it or I don't know what they did. If we get 20 likes, I will definitely start getting into this Marvin Sapp tea. The new tea. I understand if you're on your TV, you can't hit the like button. Okay. We'll do it like this. If we get 40 people into the live, I understand. If we get 40 people in the live, then I'll start talking about it. But until then, we can just sit here and stare at each other. Because I really want to talk about this Marvin Sapp stuff. An update on Marvin Sapp. We're almost there, 34 people. I hurt my thumb. No, I only eat Caesar. Usually I just eat Caesar. That's usually all I eat. It was already pre-made. I just added some cheese and I'm only like 10 minutes away from HEB here. As soon as we get 20 likes or 40 people in the live, guys, I want to talk about Marvin Sapp, not about my salad. I'm doing great. I love taco salad. I just can't have no jalapenos in it. We're 3 people short from having 40 people in the live, and we're going to talk about Marvin Sapp. You know, a few more people. That's it, y'all. Just a few more people. Let me share my live with one other group. I've shared my live into 4 groups, so give me a second. All right, there we go. Hi, Phyllis. 2 more people. Now I want to talk about Marvin Sapp. I mean, I talked about it once before, but I listened to what he had to say. Now I'm going to tell you what I got to say. And again, if you are interested in going on my cruise, it is not too late. All right, we got 44 people. All right, before I do that, I want to say thank you to all of y'all who gave me housewarming gifts, you know, little coins and stuff. That's my little desk. I'm getting everything set up. Thank y'all, thank y'all, thank y'all. I'm getting it together, okay? All right. Okay. So look. Okay. So I listened to Marvin Sapp on Ricky Smiley a few minutes ago. I've been very busy. I've been very, very busy. I still got a few boxes I got to throw out. I got a whole lot of other stuff I have to do. But I listened to Marvin Sapp, and everybody is on shutting the door and closing the door, shutting and closing. And I said this, and I said this once before, and I say it again. If you don't like the way somebody runs their church, you really don't really have anything to say, and you really don't have to go. If you went there and you were a little disappointed about how he said it or what he said, you don't have to go back. Here's the second thing that I didn't know. It was not his church. It was not his church. And the third thing he said, he didn't get any of the money. The money was for the organization. I was raised in the church, and I do understand when they're raising offering and when they're doing altar call and all that other kind of stuff. You know, it's kind of tradition that no one walks or whatever, or if they're raising money. You know, he said he's gotten death threats. His family's gotten death threats. They have been calling the church and threatening him and those stuff, all because of him. He said, yeah, he did admit that maybe he could have said it a different way. Because listen, my stepfather was very, very starch. Baby, can y'all please let me do? I'm trying to talk about Marvin Sapp. Y'all keep throwing me off. Yes, we'll talk about that in a minute, but don't throw me off because y'all know I got ADD. Let me talk about this first, and we'll do some other stuff. Um, um, okay, so it wasn't his church. How many of y'all didn't know that that wasn't his church? It was not his church. He was at a convention, and of course, it's the big thing is shut the door, lock the door. That's the big thing. But even still, then I say this, and I say, if you don't go to that motherfucking church, and the pastor say, take your clothes off, you can have an opinion, but nobody's forcing you to go there. If a pastor does something that you don't like, you just leave. No, no. See, it wasn't his church. Not only was it was not his church. And let me tell you another thing that I liked about Marvin Sapp. What he said. He said, as long as he's been in the ministry, he's never gotten paid. He makes his money off streams, records, producing, concerts, this and this and this and that. He said he's never gotten paid from his church. He said he had a church in somewhere upstate. He's in Fort Worth now. He said this on the Ricky Smiley Show. He said, oh, the church that I left, wherever this was upstate, he said, we burnt the mortgage, and I put another pastor in that church to move to Fort Worth, and I never got a dime. And he said he gave, was it or either $40,000 or $30,000 every Sunday or every month or whatever to this church that he was going to. He never got a dime. So he said $40,000, like he said his number one song and the song that made the most money for him was Never Would Have Made It. He said that song was at the top, whatever, for weeks and months. Basically, he was saying, figure it out how much I make. Basically, he ain't hurting for no money. A lot of people thought, I was thinking that it was his church. Everybody kept saying it was his church. It wasn't his church. It was a convention. And again, I say, if you don't like the way somebody runs their YouTube channel, if you don't like the way they run their church, their house, then don't go. But when you start threatening people, he said it because there was a misunderstanding, the way he, people are saying that he said lock the door. I heard him when I heard it, I heard him say close the doors. I heard him say close the doors. But again, if you don't go there, why do you care? To care enough to where you want to threaten somebody and kill somebody? A lot of people, we already know that in the world of entertainment and blogging and stuff, that's how people make money. The more controversial you are on YouTube, the more you go against the grain, most of the time, the more views you get. I could have came over here and said, well, Marvin Sapp this and Marvin Sapp that, but I put myself in his position. What if that was me? Because it only takes one time for a person to put out a horrible rumor on you, and next thing you know, either you can ignore it or you can just let it be. He said his children were afraid. He's the only child. I mean, he's the only parent. I think his wife died, and he's single, and he has those children. His children are afraid. He said his children were afraid of threats. They had to up the and how you gonna be saved and a Christian and you want to hurt folks? And apparently, the folks who want to hurt him, they're not living as Christ-like, because you wouldn't want to do that to a person, whether you agree with him or disagree with him or not. Just because I don't agree with a lot of things that Tasha K say, I wouldn't want harm to her. That's just evil. And here's another thing: half the motherfuckers don't even go to church. Half the people talking about Marvin Sapp probably don't even go to church. They probably don't even go to church. And the fact that he said all he's done in he has never gotten money from his church. And let me tell you something. I know this dude ain't lying, because if he was lying, somebody would call him out on it. So ain't everybody looking over that. Ain't nobody said nothing about, oh, you know what? We should at least give him that, because he ain't never got paid. How many preachers say they never got paid? I don't even think TD Jakes, now TD Jakes might have got paid in the beginning. TD Jakes don't need to get paid from that church, because he makes his money through I'm sure he has a podcast, he does TV, his books and stuff like that. You know, there's some preachers who did get paid, and I don't have a problem with a preacher getting paid, but you know, I don't attend church regularly, but I do go to church. Yeah, you know, I just feel like if you don't like the way Jim Jones ran his church to drink the Kool-Aid, then what do you have to say about it? You don't go there. If I've heard of churches, you know, I've heard of people go to churches and they do, to me, what I think is weird things. But if I don't go there, I can't threaten them because of the way they run their church. And again, and I was looking at the comments, I said, y'all just overlooking the fact that this man said he been giving and giving and giving, and they never got nothing. See, y'all don't look at the good part about this man. You're looking at what somebody then, you know, cooked up and just running with it, and ain't nobody say, oh, well, damn, he never got paid. But that's what people do. That's what people do. That's what the internet does. They take it and run with it, you know. And this is what the times that we live in. People take a story and they run with it. The other day, I was on Facebook, and this guy was making comments about the feminine guys. No. It was about, I think it was about Barack Obama, Trump, or something. And I said, baby, you know, baby, your comment is dead. You're dead. You know, your comment is dead. You're dead. This fool and screenshot it and said, are you threatening me? Girl, just taking stuff and just trying to make it out to be something that it's not. You know, so people are going to have their own opinions, and people are going to, I think it definitely put Marvin Sapp on the spot, you know, because a lot of people, you know, even though we know Marvin Sapp, a lot of folks probably didn't know who he was. White folks, Spanish people, but it's definitely going to put him on the spot. And he said something, and I'm not comparing him to Jesus. No way am I comparing him to Christ. But he said, what did he say? He said, this will make him stronger. And he said the death threats is uncalled for, and they don't need to be death threats over something that was misunderstood. It was all a misunderstanding, and people put their own words. Let me tell y'all something. Let me tell you how Jesus, and again, I'm not comparing him to Jesus, but let me show you how man is. Christ was a perfect individual, according to the Bible. He never did no wrong. All he did was he healed the sick, raised the dead, spoke the truth, and they still found a way to crucify him. Ooh, Lord, don't start crying, PT. Now think how deep that is. If they did Jesus like that, they'll do me like that, they'll do you like that. Even when a person is innocent and they didn't do anything. They'll take it and turn it out to be something that it's not. That's just how man is. Jesus was a perfect man, and he didn't do nothing wrong. And I remember that they used to sing this. They used to sing this song in my church. I find no fault in him, but they still found a way to crucify him, pierce him in the side, nail him in his hands, put thorns on his head. And he said, God forgive them because they know not what they do. Damn. Whew. Man, that's powerful. That's powerful. He was perfect. And they still found a way to crucify this man. And again, I'm not comparing Marvin Sapp to him, but that just goes to show you, if they did it to Marvin, if they did it to Christ, they'll do it to any of us, you, me, or anybody, okay? And we ain't talking about Tasha K, what she did to, we're talking, I'm talking about like how Tasha K did Cardi B. She just crucified her. Lies and making up stuff and just harmful, evil. And all Jesus did was heal the sick and baby, when it persecuted, yeah. And when they hung him on the cross, he said, Lord, forgive them because they know not what they do. God Almighty. Ooh, Lord Jesus. Anyway, oh boy. So anyway, I just want to get that out there and give my second opinion on it. I ain't gonna talk about it no more. He'll be fine. He'll get through this, and this time next year we won't even be talking about it. But people, if they want to bring up Marvin Sapp, why don't they talk about that he's never gotten any money from the church? I bet, and people still. And I was shocked to know that it wasn't at his church. This happened a year. They said this happened a year ago. I think this happened a long time ago. I thought they was talking like it just, no, this happened like a year ago, I think they said. And it wasn't even his church. How many of y'all didn't even know it wasn't his church? I thought it was his church. I didn't even know that he never got paid. There you go. Anyway, to answer your question about cooking, now just because I'm in a new place, bitch, don't mean I know how to cook. And I ain't finna start fucking up shit either. Because I can't cook. Everybody thinks I'm doing a cooking child. Y'all know I can't cook. Come in here and burn up some shit. Oh boy. I'm just tired. I ain't selling with this thing. Now PT done some preachers did what he did. You said done seen preachers do what he did. Yeah. A lot of preachers have done. But listen, y'all. Here's the deal. It's not just the preachers. You got corn artists in the R&B world, the gospel world, the hip hop world. Corn artists are everywhere. They're not just they're not just preachers, and church members, politicians. But it is what it is. Money makes you do some crazy things, honey. But whoever, I don't know who. I haven't looked to see who made the most money out of Marvin Sapp, but I know some bloggers have made some money off this story, baby. I'm talking 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80,000 views. Yeah, that's a nice little paycheck. That's about $4, $5, $6, $7, $8,000 for the YouTube check next month. So, and that's what we do. I mean, that's what bloggers do. We talk about what the latest thing is, and these big bloggers, child, they made enough money to where they made probably $40,000 off that. You say he needed. I can imagine what Tasha K made out. No, it's not that. It's just that I don't. If I start talking about it again, they're going like, PT, repeat yourself. He's been accused of saying lock the door, close the door, and people made a big deal out of it. People thought it was his church. It wasn't his church. He didn't get the money, so that's basically what happened. Yeah. See, some people don't even know about the story. I don't see why not. It's a big story because even with me in the process of moving and getting myself together, I heard about it. I heard about it, and I was like, damn. I just didn't have the time to talk about it because I've been so busy. Somebody sent me a tip. Let me see. Let me go get my other phone. Thank you. Not a tip. Oh. I really appreciate that. So let me show you guys. Hold on, let me show you guys before I check that right quick. Let me show you guys because I just moved into my new place, and I really appreciate everybody, who come through and send me some love through a little cash shop or whatever. I This chair right here, y'all. I actually somebody Google this chair for me. I was told this chair was it says wellness by design. Can somebody Google that and see how much it costs? Now, I was told that these chairs are very expensive. I mean, like, this is real leather. I paid $6 for this chair, y'all, at the Goodwill. $6. I was at the Goodwill, and the lady she was coming. I said, ma'am, I need a chair, like, really, really, really bad. I need a chair. And she's like, well, let me go in the back and see. Where you been? Because she had seen. The only thing that's wrong with the chair, like, this part right here is nice, but this part, this the only thing, this right here, see? And it kind of, but all this takes is a little Gorilla Glue, bitch, okay? Gorilla Glue that girl. And look, the arms work, everything. Yeah, $6. $6. And then, for all of those, another young lady, everybody's been sending me stuff, and I appreciate it. I'm trying to get myself together for my new place. I woke up one morning and somebody had sent me something, and she said, "Go get a chair, PT. Go get a table." Because I threw all that stuff away when I moved, and I went and I got this little table. This table was $10. It was $10 for my little table. I got my internet on, y'all, by the way. I got my internet. I was going to get this other company, but they told me I couldn't let nobody dig into the walls and like, cause it's an old building that's been redone, and it's like a landmark. So you can't, it's not like AT&T where you can come in, they can dig hole. They don't want you to do any of that. So they have AT&T already in here. So you can get AT&T or you can get Metro pieces. I just want to go and got Metro added to my service. Metro works fine. How is it? Let me check my cash app. Hold on. How's the internet? I haven't looked at it. Let me look at how does it look? Do I look clear? And by the way, Metro is in this area because sometimes if you're not in a certain area, it's not good. But apparently, they're in this area. It's clear? Okay. All right, let me check this here. What? Thank you for the $10. Thank you. Okay, I'm gonna look at it. That chair was $339. Yeah, I get it. I get it, yeah. Oh, Miss Jones is a regular. Miss Jones is a regular on my Wellness by Design. Yeah. Okay, I paid for that, baby. And it was sitting in the back. I said, baby, go back there and see if you can find me a chair. She said, okay. And she said, where you been? Because I always used to go to the Goodwill. She said, where you been? I said, I moved away, but I moved back home to try to be around closer to my mom, be there for my mom. And she said, oh, okay, well, let me go in the back and see. And she came back with this $6. Well, $6 and some change. Yeah. Appreciate the cash app. I really do. Man, and y'all, this was the first time I've ridden to the U-Haul and didn't owe them any money. I took the truck back. They sent me my receipt, and I filled the gas back up. I didn't go over my miles, and the truck was clean. I said, wow. Because usually I owe them money because I had to pay $100 to rent the truck before I left. But everything was good. And for those who didn't hear, my friend ran off the side of the road in a medium on our way to Austin right in front of me. And I was crying. I was upset. Oh, wow. Yeah, man, I did this. I'm like I said, I'm going to get some glue. And I'm going to glue this side over here because it's a little loose. But other than that, it's a great chair. It's a great chair. I just got to get me some high chairs now. I'm going to get me some high chairs because this here, let me show y'all. This here is I don't want a dining room area. This is where you could put a chair here and a chair on the other side. I don't want a dining room table in here. I don't want that. I got to get all this fixed up. I just don't want no dining room table because it's just me by myself. If I do get a table in here, it'll be just like a, uh, a table for two, because just two people can sit here and two can sit there, or sit somewhere else. I don't want a lot. I don't want a big old thing like that. Yeah, I did, and see, I was trying to get everything before I let the truck go back, because I don't have a truck. Nobody in my family here has a truck, so yeah. So I got it. I got everything done. I got everything done. So that was a blessing. I got everything done. Other than that, yeah, I've been tired, and I probably won't. This apartment probably won't be really together till next week or week after next sometime, because I just been busy, been super busy. So I'm gonna get back to my entertainment and stuff probably sometime this week. Um, I still got, like I said, I still got a few boxes in here I got to throw away. Oh, I forgot to tell y'all, I did also find this rug. This rug was, as soon as I walked through the Goodwill, I found this rug right here. This rug was, uh, it was half off. It was $25 and it was half off. And it goes to my couch. See, it was half off. So I put this one in here, and I put what's happening, and I put this other rug in here in my room. Yeah, so it worked out perfect. Yeah, as soon as I walked in the Goodwill, I said, it's so weird. Sunday was red day. Sunday was red. Oh, is that the chair? Okay. And Sunday was red, so I was lucky. The chair was, half off, 50% off. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, only thing I got to work on now is getting pictures for my wall. And I'm about to get me a truck. I think I want a truck. I don't want no car. I want a truck. Well, Page and Crumb. Okay. Yeah, I think I want a truck. I don't want no car. Bitch, okay, we're going to. Okay, hold on. All right. So I'm trying to figure out what happened to Miss Thing on the Ricky Smiley Morning Show, y'all. What was her name? She was on the Ricky Smiley Morning Show. What happened to her? What was her name? I liked her too. But I know my friend Gary and Alfreda have been friends for years. I can't think of them, not the brat. But Alfreda, I guess, took her place. I don't know, unless she on vacation. But no, she's part of the morning show now. What was her name, y'all? It was Gary, Ricky, Brad, Special K, Maria Moore. Ooh, bitch, let me see what she went to. And I mean, when I heard that Alfreda, do y'all know who Alfreda is? She been around a long time. She been around a long time. And she knows her shit too, because her and she's on. Gary has a podcast. He has Gary with the T, and he also has there I said it. So hold on, y'all. Sorry about that. Child abduction. Yeah. Alfreda. Her Gary. I just know Alfreda. Yeah, she's with Gary on one of his podcasts. Yeah, so she's been around a while. She's great. I mean, I'm sure. I don't know if Gary influence was. I don't know if Gary's the reason why she's on there, but her and Gary worked together, and they've been knowing each other for years. Yeah. So, but I'm sure. Oh, let me see, child. Let me find out what happened to her. What happened to Maria Moore from the Ricky Smiley Morning Show? Oh, leaving the morning show. This was 8 days ago. Girl, what happened? What's the tea?
So 29 minutes after the hour, y'all time for Mind, Body, and Business with the one and only Maria Moore. Good morning.
Good morning, Ricky. Happy Friday, everyone.
Dressing room. He was in the What? He wasn't a big boss. He was just he was just the program director.
You had that one day, and then you had to leave the studio after that 1 second.
That's right. They said get out.
How would you match your furniture if you always matching your clothes?
No, I don't even match clothes no more now because we sit. And he hung up in our face.
Yep.
I don't know. Well, I was looking for it. I don't see it. Well, I'm sure maybe she probably moved on to do some other stuff. But I like Maria's voice. Are you going on my cruise since you knew? Hold on. Where is Maria Moore now from the Ricky Smiley Morning Show? Well, all you got to do is inbox me, and how many people you bring in with you. We're leaving out of New Orleans October the 27th through the 31st. It's a 5-day cruise. Okay, y'all, I think I found out the tea. I think I got the tea. Oh.
Why you not coming to work today?
You need to spend on Maria.
No.
What?
Can't come.
What?
So I'm here laying on my couch, and I was literally just thinking about, excuse me, and like what happened to Maria, from the Justin Bieber song. Like, where is she now? Did she even have that baby?
She talking about something else. Anyway, I don't know. Well, no, you can't go by yourself. You got to get other folks to go with you. Anyway, email me. What city and state are y'all? Y'all welcome Majestic Grace to PT's Point of View. First time watching, well, welcome. Welcome to the family. You got to tell us what city and state you're watching us from. I want to say thank you to Greg, who really, really, really blessed me financially today. He's like, PT, I got something for you. Go check your thing. And I was like, oh, well, thank you, Greg. Nice housewarming gig. Oh, you're Little Rock. Okay, I used to do shows in Little Rock, child, back in the days. You from Little Rock, whether you straight or gay, everybody know about the Discovery. Everybody know about it. Whether you gay or straight, everybody know about that gays club where they have straights and gays go there. It's a big old club. Yeah, the Discovery in Little Rock. I like Little Rock because you could, Discovery, yes. I used to do shows. I'm a performer, but still kind of like a female impersonator. And I used to perform at I used to work for a black club there too, long time ago. But I used to like going to Little Rock because they drink all night at Little Rock. And I used to love to stop off on my way home and go to Hot Springs and get that water. Well, you won't be coming far. We leave out of New Orleans, so you won't be coming far. You have to email me at ptspointofview@gmail.com. You don't need a passport. You just need a driver's license and your birth certificate. It don't have to be original. And please, I'm advising everybody that's going to cruise with us, if you're going when we go to Mexico, please have your Obama shirt or Michelle Obama shirt. We don't want the Mexicans over there to think we Trump supporters. Child, they be to locked us up over there. Oh, you was born in Hot Springs. Okay. Oh, how you doing? Yeah, so we don't want them to think we Trump supporters to get us over the child. We can't get home. I'm definitely going to have me an Obama shirt when I go over there. Oh my goodness. Well, let me ask you something, Majestic Grace. How did you find me? I always ask people, you know, when they first started watching me, how did you find me? What was I doing? Begging for a cash app, or was I crying? What was I doing? Oh my God. I'm not for sure. Only person I know that you would probably know it would be Dominique. 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 You were on my timeline and just came up. Okay, cool, yeah. So y'all know they're planning. They are planning a Wendy Williams protest plan for April 1st, which is tomorrow in New York and LA. What are my thoughts on this? We don't need we don't need no protest. Just let the woman put. Listen, this is what y'all need to do with Wendy Williams. Put Kanye mess in her seat and let her out. Because Kanye definitely needs to be locked up somewhere. I mean, Kanye is just, you know, I really believe it's because of his mother. You ever heard of people who go off the deep end when they lose their mother, their father, and actually go crazy? That's what happened to Kanye. I'm telling you, that's what happened to him. Because he feels guilty of what happened to his mom, the way she left. Because I think Kanye wasn't too happy about his mom having the surgery or whatever like that. I think that's what happened. That's why the bitch crazy. Free Wendy and lock up Kanye. And here's another thing with Kanye. And I tell people all the time, just because you say you saved and you're a Christian and all that. What I knew when Kanye was doing all that church stuff, child, showboating and showing out and just doing too much like he always do. If Kanye really had it, like he think he had it, yeah. And so it's eating him alive. It's eating him alive, yes. So it's eating him alive. And, I mean, just like when my friend Chase was driving me, when he was in front of me and his car got right off the side of the road in the middle of the meeting, I said, if this boy died while he's taking me to move, I would have lost it. I would have lost it. But I thank God, he didn't allow that to happen. So, and then on top of that, it was my other best friend's birthday. Somebody I knew before Chase. It was his birthday Friday. I said, now look. Whew. And it was like slow motion for me. Like he was in the middle of he was in the front of me. Then all of a sudden he over here in the middle of the media, just going almost 60 miles an hour. He was like, and I was like, okay, I can't stop him. I'm trying. What can I do? I can't do nothing. And I didn't really break down crying until I think the next day, and I started talking about it. Because I would have felt bad because he was helping me move. I would have felt really bad. Anyway, that didn't happen. But anyway, Kanye, I just believe that because of his mom's death, okay, and when he was going through all that church stuff, yeah, Kanye, he didn't really have Christ like he didn't really have Christ like he should have Christ. There wasn't it happened to us taking a trip to Texas. Oh, really? Oh, and let me tell y'all something. This is what I told everybody the other day. Let this be a lesson. What happened to my friend? Please go somewhere and get your camera and put that girl in the front of your camera, of your dashboard. So if something ever happens to you, you'll be able to have it on camera, Because the person sped up. They sped up and kept going because they knew they was wrong. They knew they were wrong. Yeah, because I mean, and it happened so fast. That's what threw me. I'm like, this at first, first I thought I was dreaming or like I was going crazy. I'm like, why is he over there in the middle of the median like that? It really threw me off. But like I said, I'm glad he's okay. But as far as Wendy, you know, these protests and all that stuff is good, but they just need to let the woman out, and they just need to let her out. She's good. She's good. Um, I want to talk about. And speaking of Wendy, a lot of people are saying, why are you talking to your son? Oh, by the way, Lil Rock, y'all have a black radio station there. I have been trying to get on there. I used to try to get on that radio station years ago. I don't know who is Ricky Smiley. Them. I don't think Ricky Smiley's on there. I don't know who's. I'm sure they might have the Breakfast Club there, but Lil Rock had a local. Who's on there? Who's on? Let me see. Who's on the morning show there? Do you know the people there? I need a job there. Is it local or is it still local? It was some old guy that was on there. He'd been on there a long time. Or did they sell it to somebody? Because a lot of times a lot he's still there? Wow. Who does the tea for them? Broadway Joe Morning Show. Who does the tea for them? Yeah, I'm looking at it. I see him right here. He's not that old. Well, he don't look old on here. Cha. Every radio station need a sissy to give the tea, honey. I'm sorry, because we can give it better than anybody. I've already started. That's why I've been busy all day today. They need me. But do you know how to? Do you know how to get me in? Do you know anybody? Can you make something happen? Tell them let me just come in and do a couple of slots. But now on radio, you don't have to actually be at the station now. You can just call in now. And a lot of people don't know that. Like if you get on the radio station, uh, a lot of times when you get on the radio station, a lot of times it's not. You could do it from home. A lot of people don't know that. Like I know during COVID, a lot of times when COVID was going on, Gary with the T and all of them, they was doing it from home because they have a special mic and a special setup that they have. Because Ricky Smiley, he does it from home all the time. Sometimes you think Ricky's at the studio. No, he's at home. Steve Harvey, a lot of them, they be at home. The only ones that probably be at the stations are not the big wigs, but the ones under them, they be at the station. Just like when Ricky does the morning show, Ricky's usually in Alabama, and they're in Atlanta. The only people that be in the station, no, I'm sorry, Ricky's in Dallas. Sometimes he's in Dallas, sometimes he's in Alabama, because he took over Tom Joyner, which is actually in Dallas. But anyway, I was going to say something. I forgot what I was going to say. Oh, I know what I was going to say. We was talking about Wendy, right? And I was going to say, a lot of people was saying that Wendy need to. I'm on the radio station in Austin. Anytime I want to show up, I just go there. It's called KAZI in Austin. KAZI. My family was thinking I was going to move to Austin, but I can't leave my mom right now. If I didn't have my mom, I would be probably in Austin or Atlanta, probably Austin, because they've already told me Austin pretty much told me, I can come and hang out with him anytime, and that's the start. But anyway, so Wendy, everybody was mad at her and saying why she's still fooling with her son after her son had, took her money and was showboating her money and stuff. But first of all, Kev was young. And when you get all that money like that, child, you don't know what you do, especially at that age. It don't even have to be that age. Money will make a motherfucker go crazy. Okay? Because, bitch, I went crazy on my stimulus check. And which brings me to this. Parents fall out with their children from time to time and things get better, which brings me to T.I. and his son. I was reading something today about T.I. and his son he said that me and my dad see eye to eye. Now, of course you do. You got a baby now. And now you see. And it just takes time. And all the time you bucking up to your daddy, yeah, and that's her only son, yeah. Unless he did something really, really bad, that's different. But yeah, I mean, he was young, and she's only human, he's only human, and people make mistakes, and they good now, But that was a lot of money. Kevin was, can you imagine? Now, if Kevin had been older, then maybe, he probably would have did that. But, the dude was young, he was out there. They still don't give them the right to lock that woman up like that, like she in prison and shit, But, yeah. Child, I wouldn't be surprised if Donald Trump get her out, because they friends. We just hope that if Winnie does get out, we just hope she does the right thing. I'm waiting on your email. I'm waiting on your email. No, I said North Carolina. Lil Rock, I'm waiting on your email so I can give you this information on this cruise. And I need you to call Broadway Joe and tell him I need to come on his show and do some gossip. I don't like straight men do gossip. I know they do, but I don't like it. To me, Charlamagne the God gives me, how you doing? He gives me woman. So he gossips and stuff. And, but I don't know. If I was a straight female, I wish my husband would talk about, I said, baby, what kind of job you got? Ooh, I'm giving the tea. You doing what? No, bitch, my husband ain't giving no tea. No, ma'am, my husband ain't giving no tea. You're going to be talking about sports. You're not going to be giving no tea. It's just something about me with a straight man giving tea. I'm sorry, y'all. I know I shouldn't say that, but but how would y'all feel? Well, I guess it depends on how he delivers the tea, He can't be on this smacking his lips and popping his gums and, child, bitch, did you get the tea on? Yeah, no, ma'am. Now, actually, you know what? I take that back, because he could be a character. Because I love, what's that dude name to be on Rick and Smiley? He is so fucking funny. What is his name? He do Keisha and some other character. He is absolutely hilarious. Now he's funny. So no, if he did like a character or something like that, yeah, it'd be funny, yeah. He is absolutely hilarious. I can't think of his name, but he's a comedian. So how long you lived in Little Rock all your life? I used to work for a lady named Angie. She would hire me to come down and do shows. She had a little black gay bar down there. She ended up going to prison for robbing the bank. And I ain't heard from her since. I think she out. I'm sure she out though. That's the second lesbian I know that had a club that robbed the bank. Oops. Yeah, it was another lesbian. Her name was Doris out of Oklahoma. They say she robbed the bank too, allegedly. And she ended up going to prison. So what is it about these? Oh, I know what it is. They have been watching Set It Off. They have been watching Set It Off. And they was ready to set it off. Let me tell you something. I don't care how many times I watch Set It Off. I'm not ready to set it off. I love my freedom, bitch. No, ma'am. I don't want to go to prison for nobody. Because, bitch, I can't do shows in prison. No, ma'am. I can't do the top 5, the PT's point of view. No, ma'am. But I got a friend of mine. He's in prison right now. Got a phone and everything. That's why I ain't heard from him in a while. Let me check on him, see how he doing. Young. Bless his heart. He know I love him. If you watching, you know I ain't talking about you. I'm gonna tell everybody what you did, so nobody won't make that same mistake that you did. Now, they don't know who I'm talking about, so don't you come into this live and start saying, "Hey, PJ, why you talking about me?" Because they don't know who you are. Okay. So, little church young man, 24, 25, 23. You know, had a lot going for himself, had a good job. He had a baby on the way, but couldn't find out the girl wasn't pregnant. And you say, oh, it would be a show in prison. Yeah, but I can't go live. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. I'm trying to move my mom over here, y'all. Her lease is not up to October, so I'm trying to get her over here with me. Anyway, so he, nice young man, you know, had a lot going on for himself. And all of a sudden, one day, he hit me up on TikTok. He said, "What's up, PT?" I said, "Hey, who is this?" He said, "So-and-so." I said, "Hey, what's going on? Where you at? Like, how you doing?" Da, 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 da. He said, "I'm in prison." Huh? What you doing in prison? He said, "Oh, PT, it's a long story. You ain't gonna believe what happened." I said, "Man, I ain't here to judge you, but you had a lot going for yourself. You had a baby, you got your baby on the way. How's your baby?" He said, "Never had the baby. Me and that girl, we broke up." And, you know, so he moved back to Georgia. Let me show you. Hold on, y'all. Let me check something. That's how my Cash App sound. I got to see if anybody sent me something. Because if somebody sent me something one time and I didn't say thank you, and baby, they cussed me out. "Bitch, I sent you $5. You could at least said thank you." Well, bitch, I didn't see it until the show was over. So anyway, so he said that he went back to Georgia and everything, and he met up with this girl. And he said the girl said, "Hey, listen, I'll pay you if you go. We gotta go get these guns. It ain't nothing to it. We're just gonna go get the gun. We ain't gonna break in. You know, we got the key and everything, but we're gonna go get these guns, and I'm gonna pay you, and that's it." Well, she got caught because apparently whoever guns they stole, they knew it was her. And so when they caught her, she had an accomplice. And they want to know who was the person. She turned him in. Never been in jail ever in his life. Never been to prison, nothing. And all because of that one mistake, he decides he want to go help somebody. I wish the fuck somebody would tell me. And not at this age anyway. Even when I was younger. Bitch, I'm too scary. No. You get somebody else. What they used to say, you get somebody else to do it. You go get somebody else to do it. Because I can't do it. Y'all, I don't want to talk about Kanye. I was going to say something about Kanye, but I don't want to talk about him no more. Kanye, somebody need to take Kanye down to, what's the name of that? Church of God in Christ? What's the the name of that Church of God of Christ down there in California, Los Angeles? That big, it's a big old one of the biggest Church of God of Christ in L.A. Bishop somebody, I can't think of his name. They need to take him down now. No, they don't. They need to find the smallest Baptist or Church of God in Christ in California, maybe in a little country town where, it's not a big church, but just a few members, but sanctified. I mean, Holy Ghost filled, baby, and lay him out on that altar and just don't let him get up until he get delivered, as the old folks used to say. Well, bitch, they laid me out a million nights and I still came up a devil. Okay. I still like men after they laid hands on me and casting demons out. I was still looking at the men after the service was over. Lucille Satan. But yeah, so he had on that KKK outfit. Talking about he wish he had never had kids. Talking about he wish he had never had kids with Kim Kardashian. She probably wish baby, but Kim, she liked what she got. That's why she got all the kids. But they say Kanye. They say he blessed, child. Most it'd be the crazy ones that's blessed. Yeah, okay, go right there. A damn KKK mask on. They say Kanye is blessed. I mean, y'all know it's the crazy ones that's blessed. Y'all know that. It's the ones that ain't got no sense. Them the ones that's crazy. That's why the women and the men go crazy over the ones with the big bananas, because they're like, oh, what happened, y'all? Oh, I just love him. But bitch, he beating you. Well, what is it making you stay with him? He got some good. He beat me up and I let him come back. Why? Because he got some good. Oh, it happens. And you want, that's why it ain't got nothing. And some nigga ain't got no money, ain't got no car, he ain't got no job. He in between jobs, like he in between churches. But that pipe, honey, it'll make a man or a woman go crazy. Look at Kay over there walking with Joe. What happened to that car? Child, they say he sold it for some crack. What? Yeah, child, but they still together. Why they still together? Word on the street, he packing. That's it. There go your answer right there. Whew. It just, sometimes they go for the LGBTQ plus community. And baby, and you see, and y'all, sometimes you see the ugliest man in the world. Ugly. But he dressed nice, got his gold chain on, grill in his mouth, thugged out, got his black and mild in his ear, ain't got no job, don't work, on Section 8, food stamps. But this thing he's in the house and he ain't going nowhere. Now, he gonna go out and gamble and hang out with his homeboys and stuff on the weekend. He gonna come back on that Monday and he gonna probably cut the yard. Baby, I'm looking for a job. She don't care, because baby, he laying that pipe, honey. Baby, he landed. Baby, he's laying the foundation. Oh, yeah. I got to talk about something else because I keep forgetting kids be watching my show. What is he talking about, Mama? What pipes is he talking about? Oh, Lord. But y'all know it be men and women that be with men ain't no good, but they got something that's going on. And that goes with the women too. A woman put it on a man, and then they go crazy. He go crazy over that vagina, baby. And he won't eat. He won't, baby, can you fix me something to eat? He just like act like a little baby because it be so good. Because y'all know grown men act like kids around, and then some of the women like, that's my baby. That ain't your baby. That's a grown ass man. But she put him on it good enough. Baby, she put it on it good enough, baby. And he be all in her arms and he be rubbing his head. And you know what the man called this? Mama. Bow your head, y'all. Let's pray. Y'all, we got to talk about something else because it's too many kids watching my show. Oh. And y'all, I used to do this on the mic at the club. I talk just like this on the mic at the club. I really, really, really want to get back and doing stand-up comedy again, but not in drag, but as myself. But I would probably have to go to Dallas and do it. But that's why I'm getting my car. That's why I get it. By the way, if anybody have a car for sale or you just want to give it away for tax purposes, please inbox me and let me know. Yeah, but I'm trying to figure out what kind of car I'm gonna get. I don't know. I was telling y'all the other day, I want a truck because I'm always at the damn Goodwill, lifting shit and picking up shit. Anyway, I'm gonna let y'all go in a minute. I really appreciate everybody. Hold on a minute. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Hold on. Cynthia Williams, baby, you're very late. We talked about Marvin Sapp earlier today. We're not even talking about him right now, okay? Okay, and did you know that Marvin Sapp never got any of that money? And did you know that that was not at his church? It's okay. I know you're just repeating what everybody else said. But if you get a chance, go and watch Ricky Smiley Morning Show on YouTube and listen to Marvin Sapp give his side of the story. Okay? All right. I was looking for something. Hold on. Majestic, I need you to get me on the morning show. I know you can do it. I know you got the pull. I'm looking for something on my timeline. I was getting ready to block somebody. I just blocked them. Yes, it will. Okay. Thank y'all for tuning in. I do appreciate it. If you guys enjoy my content, I'm going to... Oh, thank you for saying that, Joyce. Look what I got. Look. Joyce, was that you that told me to get these? Somebody told me to get these because of the pain in my legs and stuff. I think you told me to get these. And these are PM. Yes, I got them. Yes, it is funny you said that. I just remembered when you said it, but I did get them. Yeah. Let me say this too. I apologize for the person who asked me. Let me go back to who it was. They said, PT, are you? Hold on. Let me go back and find it. Oh, anyway, I don't see I don't remember who the person that asked me, but when somebody asked me about cooking and stuff like that, I don't cook, y'all. I don't, but I mean, I'll probably do some stuff, once I get myself situated and whatever. Because it is a beautiful kitchen, but I don't know how to cook, y'all. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to the store and get this shit already prepared, and I'm gonna have it in the oven like I've been cooking all day. Look, y'all, look what I cooked. Good night, y'all. Y'all be good. Take care of yourselves. If you guys enjoyed my content tonight, my Cash App is PT Shows. That's a PT and a SHOWS. S on the end. People keep asking me to do a what you call it? An Amazon thing, but I don't know how to do it. I'm gonna try to figure it out sometime this week. I don't have a PO box yet, but if you want to send something, hit the Cash App. All right, I'll probably see y'all later on tonight, or not. Probably not, because I got to be up early in the morning. For those who are so concerned about when I start my job, I caught that tea. Did y'all catch the tea, bitch? Oh yeah, I ain't stupid. I caught the tea. How motherfucker gonna come on my live and ask me when I'm gonna start my job and I don't even know who the bitch is? And y'all my regulars, and y'all don't. How many times have I told y'all who I work for? And y'all my regulars ain't said shit. And here come this bitch that I don't even know that I blocked come ask me about a motherfucking job. Bitch, you don't even know me to be about to ask no goddamn job. Let me get up here before I get in trouble. I love y'all. See y'all soon. Get on this cruise. PT's point of view at gmail.com. Night night.